The races of Tamriel all have different afterlives and views on how the dead should be treated. The Nords are no exception to this and have a variety of customs, some still practiced and some not, that they will follow. So let's start out with what happens on Nirn, the funeral rites. Funeral rites will almost always be completed by a priest of Arcane. In the past, a priest would use a ceremonial dagger to embalm the body before burial, but the dagger today is more a representation of past traditions. The main duties of a priest now are to perform the correct burial rites and prayers. In some cases, these priests will have been learning these rituals from birth. Each priest also possesses an amulet of Arcane to help keep the dead at rest. Cremation is another duty overseen by the priests, though it is rare. That doesn't mean it is frowned upon, however. The most common custom for the Nords is to be buried in their city's Hall of the Dead, which is usually where the priest will reside. Some settlements, such as Falkreath, also choose to use a graveyard. If a clan is particularly prestigious, it may have its own tomb or barrow. In the past, notable warriors, jarls, or kings would have their own barrows. Now, as anyone who has spent any time in Skyrim will know, the Nords believe that when they die, they go to Sovngarde. They are judged in the manner in which they died, not how they lived. As long as a Nord died in battle, they can go to Sovngarde. If a Nord were to die in their bed, their soul shall pass on to Aetherius. Once in Sovngarde, a Nord must prove his mettle before passing the Whalebone Bridge to the Hall of Valor by fighting Sun, the Shield Thane of Shore. Once in the Hall of Valor, all pain and illness is gone, and the Nord will be free to enjoy endless fighting, food, and mead until the end of time. The Nords believe that Sovngarde was created by Shor, their interpretation of Lorkhan. He to them is both the god of creation and the god of the dead. Of course, we also have to talk about the Draugr. The common misconception among the people of Skyrim is that the Draugr were cursed with undeath for serving the dragons. The truth of the matter, however, is that the Draugr were made undead to serve the barrows of those they were placed in, similar to how pharaohs would have their slaves executed to serve them in the afterlife, except instead of just dead, Draugr are undead. The exception to this are the Draugr of Solstheim. They were cursed by the Allmaker for acts of cannibalism, and that is just about everything to do with Nordic death.